This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Sooners headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Reed can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. They're going to test that run defense to the right here.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here's a give to Robinson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree, arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen, and a guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Throwing Reed. Bringing the heat. Wide open downfield. Tackled there by the defense.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise in the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Under fire. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, what a good job by this defense. Staying disciplined, not getting lost on their keys, man. They're aggressive, expecting a run play probably on third and short. They slipped the screen in there, but they're disciplined enough to stay home, to get the tackle, and now force the fourth down.
Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option two, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Running inside. It's Owens. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. 1st and 10 for the offense. Here's Reed to throw. Moving out to the right. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Play action with Reed. Here's a hit. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Reed. Looking to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Going to field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They try to pop a run on the draw. There he goes. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. Right back to the well. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They're testing the right side here. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up third and inches.
And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the second straight play.
And, man, this is a big decision.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll run for it. It's Robinson. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. Runs through the tackle. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The Sooners in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on second down. He'll pull it down. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
He'll try to do it himself. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Handoff to Xavier. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Here's Xavier Robinson. Next going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Sooners! The Sooner scooter doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't, you know, fall over in your seats.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Reed. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Turns it loose. Finds a man on the left. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Quickly to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And now on second down for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Again, it's Reed. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I'll tell you what, Jesse, one thing we know is that guy's got an arm, because he just threw that thing probably with everything he had, and he missed. You've got to do a good job as a quarterback of understanding who I'm leading, who I'm throwing the football to, how much speed they have, and right there you could tell that was a big miss.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Fourth down, Reed. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high-percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Reed to the air again. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
From the gun, on third down, it's Marcel Reed. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Reed to throw for it on fourth. Looking down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
Firing to the right, complete. Makes the catch, and he's free. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
You know, know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing Reed. Right down the middle. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with Arizona taking on the number 24 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's Arizona keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half.
Back to pass, it's Mateer.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Punch it out of the air. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different casts of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pocket breaking down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And that last completion left a mark. Third and even longer coming up. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6.
And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back deep. They understood it was a long field goal. And, Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team going and making a tackle?
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick 6. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the big fellas up front, it's the offensive linemen that have to get out there and make a tackle. You're right, that was impressive.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Here's Reed to throw. Stepping to the right. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Play fake, Marcel Reed. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Reed rushes on him. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Off the RPO, complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the middle. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
I wonder if the receiver heard footsteps on that play. Defender, very, very close, but you'd like to see your wide receiver haul that in.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. Uncorks one to the middle. Upstairs, he's got it. Finally corralled, but not before he picks up the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup that puts him in position to pick up a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the defense.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
And the defense, got him at the 27. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. They'll wrap him up, and he is stopped well short of the first down marker.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Caught. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Gets it to the back. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Here comes the heat. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They're deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal?
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but, man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
Oh, they're after him. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Defensively, you drop back, you make sure you're sitting in your zones, you make sure you're covering your guys, got everything in the back end dialed in, and then the quarterback scrambles. It's not a called play, but it's so frustrating and hard to stop, and he picked up the first down pretty easily.
They'll run with Robinson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the...
Snags it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They've barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Reed, under fire. And they got it. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Bringing the heat. Slips a tackle. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Throwing Reed. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
2nd down. They'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Aggies! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the fourth quarter.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Now the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Hauls it in at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Here's Reed to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now.
Maybe a crease. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Walker. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Come on, alligator arms. I know you're running over the middle of the field, but do your quarterback a favor and just make the play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To the air, it's Mateer. Under fire. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Here's a heat. And down he goes.